Space, the final frontier. My name is Captain Foley, and these are my adventures. Captain's Log, Stardate 201604.07. Welcome back, guys. I know it's just a few days ago that I did a Captain's Log, but I've already got 42 comments on it, and I thought I'd address some of those, get those out of the way. I don't have anything else extra to talk about, per se, and I wanted to try out my new setup for what I might be using occasionally. Not an everyday kind of thing, but I just want to have some variety here. And here's the Trekyards global network behind me. You can see Skyla's down here, one of our admins from the Trekyards Facebook page. We got a bunch of people over in Europe that follow us regularly, and of course Canada and the US. There are quite a few other countries that do watch Trekyards, and I just kind of wanted to show you guys that on the big screen. So there you have that. But no, in all seriousness, that wasn't a Trekyards worldwide thing. I thought it was interesting. I thought it'd be funny. So anyway, guys, let's get on with the questions. As I said, there's 42 already, so I might as well get into them now, get them kind of out of the way early. The first one is from Jess Hull. I know you don't really like to talk about this in the log. I know you really didn't talk about this in the past log, but I was wondering why it seems you guys are kind of looked down upon what you feel is a kit bash. I think kit bash ships make sense in Starfleet. It would be efficient and quick means of ships designs, taking already proven components and make it mission specific or as needed ship, at least in the real world. I can understand the dislike from an artistic standpoint, but Trek is based on science and logic, and kit bash ships seem logical. Love the show. New Trekyards videos are always my favorite day, and keep up the good work. To which I replied, got back to him right away, I have zero problem with kit bashes. It's not really Samuel's thing. I really don't. If a kit bash is good, it's good. There are kit bashes, and then there are kit bashes. As who commented on that? Galvers said that in a little exchange here. And it's true. There are some kit bashes that are just thrown together, just parts just boom, boom, willy-nilly put on. There's no smoothing. There's no molding them into position. They just are slapped on for the sake of being slapped on, and that's not the way to do a kit bash. There's correct ways, right ways and wrong ways to do it. And yes, I agree, some wrong ways look bad. Some of the fastest stuff was very rushed. But I just heard recently that's because Gene Roddenberry and his lawyers kind of had it out for the FASA guys and a few other people that were using the Star Trek name. So they needed to rush their stuff out. So it didn't get a second, third, fourth pass look over by the creators to kind of work it out a little bit better. So I don't know how true that is, but that's something that I thought that you guys should know. And so here I am sharing that information with you guys. So yes, I don't have a problem with kit bashes. I've made a few kit bashes myself, very amateur ones. I'm not very good at it. But then you get people like Bill Krause, who designed the Shangri-La and the USS Wasp, and the new USS Sentinel that's coming to Wonderfest this year. Those ships are phenomenal, and they're basically kit bashes, but they're modified kit bashes to be more personalized, more streamlined, and that's wonderful. And yes, I agree that real world applications and real world tech would say that kit bashing is a thing that should happen. You do have a trusted and tried and true component, you're pumping them out. Yeah, of course you try different configurations on ships, so it makes perfect sense. So I personally don't have a problem with kit bashing. Samuel doesn't either, really. The only thing he does say a lot is it looks very kit bashed because it uses the similar parts, but that makes 100% perfect sense. So I don't know if it's really a problem that he has with that, or if it's just something that he says to get a point how it looks to him and whatnot. So I'll need the commander to kind of comment on that when he gets the opportunity. But let's move on to the next question, shall we? So Wake Roberts says, indeed, happy first contact day. It was my son's birthday too. Well, happy birthday to your son, from Team Trekyards and Captain Foley. Needless to say, I was very pleased at the coincidence when he was born. Matthew Hammond suggested the United States Air Force term commander's call. His comment was in response to mine. I wouldn't want to make take credit for someone else's idea. Besides, I'm Park Service, not Air Force. Smiley face. This week's question. As a Starfleet officer, would you have left the service to join the Maquis? Great work as always. No, I probably wouldn't have. I'm more dedicated to service and whatnot. If I had families that are being affected by the Cardassians, that's a possibility, I guess. I mean, it's always a possibility. You can never say 100% for sure that you would not do something. And then when your family becomes involved, you might do it. So it's hard to say. And honestly, though, I would say no, probably not. I would have followed Starfleet orders and kind of bugged out. I wouldn't be that stubborn that, oh, we made this our home and the Cardassians are coming. We're going to ignore Starfleet's orders and we're going to fight to protect our home. I'm not that kind of stubborn. I'm not that kind of stupid. I understand the mentality, but at the same time, I'm not one of those people that would ever do that. So, yeah, I hope that answered your question. Logan Crawcraft. I personally would like to meet you guys. I think that it would be awesome. Unfortunately, unless you come closer to the Quad City area, I wouldn't be able to do it for monetary reasons. I'm kind of going through a change of life event. Cough. My wife left me. Cough. And money is tight for me right now. Totally understandable. Been through one myself. One of the worst divorces in Southwestern Ontario history, probably. Long story behind Captain Foley, but it'll get better. Trust me. I promise you it'll get better. Look around. I mean, I'm the happiest I've ever been. So, I have a question, Captain. You may have been asked this before, but if so, I missed it. So forgive me for that one. You don't have to watch all my captain's logs, so don't worry about repeat questions, unless it's about L-cars or deflector dishes. Where did you get that shirt? And the shirt that he's talking about is my black long sleeve shirt with the regular Delta on it from my last captain's log. I think it's awesome and I want one. Of course, I don't think it would be too difficult for me to just get a black t-shirt and iron on the Delta shield at my local hobby lobby if I have to. Well, first of all, it wasn't a t-shirt, it was a long sleeve shirt. I just had the sleeves pushed up. And it was actually, I bought it off Cafe Press. If you go to cafepress.com, look up Star Trek, they have a bunch of really great Star Trek shirts. They're kind of expensive and pricey, but yeah, it's one of my favorite shirts as well. So, hope that helps you out, and I hope that things get better for you in regards to your divorce and your ex and things. I'm really sorry to hear that. And I am here for you if you need to talk or anything. Like I said, I've been through it. I've been through one hellish one. So Captain Foley's here. Fox Piano says, I still stick by my comm badge idea for the commander's log. But it's the commander's choice. As indeed it is. But your comm badge idea gave me the idea for the commander's communique, which I think is what we should do. So, really, guys, you need to go over and look at the last commander's Q&A and comment on it. Give them your suggestions for what you want to call the show, because commander's Q&A is kind of, it doesn't fit with the Trekyards thing. We have such spiffy, awesome titles like Mission Briefing and Top 10 and fact files, things like that. So, I mean, it's got to be something that's snazzy. And question Q&A, everyone uses Q&A. So, I don't know if that's the best choice, Commander. So, Mark Lawrence, if you guys are in the Los Angeles area, I'm so in for going to meet you guys. If it is Ares Studios, even better. Been there myself, volunteering my time. Alec, Diana, and the rest of the crew are genuinely awesome people. Well, we would love to see you when we go to LA. We will, of course, have you guys notified. You'll know where we are and when we're going to be, where we're going to be. So yeah, definitely more than welcome to come down and meet us. I want to do meet and greets wherever we go, because I've got a few comments like that where people would love to hang out with us and go for a drink or whatever. And that's perfectly cool as long as our schedule permits that. But yes, definitely to say hi, meet us. That'd be excellent. And yes, you're right. Alec and Diana are amazing people. Alec, I know people say a lot of bad things about him lately because of what's going on, and I don't really appreciate it personally. I consider him a friend of mine, and he's just going through kind of a shitstorm right now. So, but yeah, even if it's at Ares Studios, we might be able to arrange to meet you. Definitely, but like I said, once we get closer to the dates and times, then we can let you know for sure what's going on. And until then, it's just kind of speculative. I mean, it's in the works, and I hope it's going to happen. It's like 90% going to happen, but we'll need your help with an Indiegogo campaign to raise some money for flights and stuff. But With your help, we can do it, and I would love to meet you guys. Analyzing my brain. Check it out. This is the brain of Captain Foley, doing Captain Foley things, answering your questions. Andrew, grumpy old gamer Colas. I would love to see more stuff about the cultures and races, maybe historical events, etc. You guys do some great stuff, and while I don't always agree with you, I love to watch. Oh, and I'm a Trekkie. We don't expect you to agree with us all the time. As a matter of fact, most of the time we encourage different opinions, just as long as you present them in a pleasant manner. Like I've always said, you can disagree with somebody and not be a complete asshole. So thank you very much. As for doing cultures and stuff, we've thought about it, and it's something we might do down the road, but it does take away from our regular show. If we had our certain Patreon goals and get up there, then of course we can spend way more time on the show, and we can definitely do that kind of thing. We kind of did that with the 100th anniversary with the Tholian episode. We talked about the Tholian culture, the Tholian race, their history a little bit, and I think that's something that Trekyards could do. But you got to remember, Trekyards is ships. It's all about ships. It's all about tech. It's our main focus. So the cultures and stuff is something we would like to do eventually down the road, should we have the funds to be able to spend the time to do so. Until then, we need to focus on what makes Trekyards, and right now, that's not it, unfortunately. So I hope that answers your question. Yes, I would love to do more of that kind of thing, because I think it'd be phenomenal, and we could be the go-to place for that kind of stuff as well. And keep your eyes open, because if we hit our goals, you never know what we could do. So Joseph Appset. One thing I've been wondering is why megaphasers were removed from Starfleet, as they had a yield very similar to that of photon torpedoes and required no ammunition. I have researched this briefly and have not found a definitive reason or definite reason in canon. What's your opinion on this subject? My opinion on that subject is that megaphasers were never considered canon. They were FASA, or I don't even know if they were FASA. I think they were pre-FASA. They came out after Star Trek II, when fans made the Reliant be the Avenger class, and the Avenger class had the mega cannons, which I don't know if they were called mega cannons for Star Trek II, because they were pretty powerful. They did have quite a punch, but that's a good question. I don't know the answer to it. Canon in Star Trek is a very tricky subject, and I don't know how to reconcile a lot of things. I mean, I can speculate, I can guess. We can do our Trekyards kind of reconciling it for you guys, but I have no real solid opinion on that. I think it went the way of the dinosaur when the art department decided to call it the Miranda class instead of the Avenger class, and threw all the Avenger class stats out the window. I think that was part of the downfall, especially of a lot of the cool stuff, especially that came about the Avenger. But that would include mega phasers. So that would be my view on that topic. So whether that's true or not, I don't know. But that's kind of where I stand with that. All right, so next is Bob Shaw. A 3D version is coming out, but near the end of the year. Of course, he's talking about Star Wars The Force Awakens. I was looking for the 3D version on Blu-ray. It's not out yet. It comes out in the fall. I recently learned that, and he just solidified that for me. So thank you, Bob. Fox Piano says, I love the models and merchandise in your studio. However, have you ever looked into a green screen or something to place behind you? You could literally be placed on the bridge of the USS Foley. Yes, we've considered getting a green screen for behind me. You could put me anywhere. It's expensive. I don't have the money for it, and really don't have a lot of the space behind me. I don't know if it would really sit up too well. Plus, you would also need correct lighting for Samuel to be happy, and Samuel's very picky when it comes to special effects things. So it's been talked about, it's been considered, it's something that might happen, and that's why I try to break it up and move around and do a few other different things. Like this, I kind of like this setup. I got a bigger LCARS screen for you guys to enjoy, which I don't have doing the regular YouTube LCARS loop. I'm using my screensavers and trying to switch them out between questions. I do have a screensaver changer, but then it goes back to the desktop sometimes and sits there, and I don't want it to do that. So this is the way we're doing it. So hopefully you guys like this format. I might do more captain's logs like this in the future. I kind of like this new setup. I just struck me the other day that this is what I should do. I kind of did one similar to this to my JJ's Star Trek Sucks and Here's Why video. I sat in front of this TV with the classic L-cars behind me and did that whole video. So I thought, why not do it for a captain's log? And this is a little bit different setup, but I mean, it works. We're experimenting with it today, and I hope you guys like it. But yes, I would love to do some green screen work. And I have been on the bridge of the USS Foley. There's an animation of it where I meet Captain Kirk. So it's called Meeting of Legends, Trekyards. Look it up on YouTube. It's amazing. Samuel did a great job. So the next question is from Heath Tompkins or General Vader. Hello, Captain. Question. What is your favorite Star Trek TOS episode? And as always, great show. I look forward to seeing your video from you when you go to America. Thank you. And yes, when we go to America, we're going to be doing daily vlogs, both Samuel and myself. There might be separate ones, there might be combined ones. There's going to be a lot of great content during that trip. Like I said, our regular Trekyards releases might wither down to 1 or 2 for those 2 weeks, like 2 a week for 2 weeks or 1 a week for 2 weeks, depending on how we have it worked out. But you'll be getting a lot of bonus content in the form of the vlogs and a whole ton of stuff once we get back. So for 2 weeks, I think you can handle a little bit fewer Trekyards. Won't really be fewer though, because we're going to be updating the video vlogs every day with what we've been doing. So some exciting stuff there. As for my favorite TOS episode, that's really a trick question because there's so many that I like. Honestly, I would say the Enterprise incident is definitely up there, if not my favorite. There's the Doomsday Machine. Basically ones that involve a lot of space battles, things like that. The Ultimate Computer, I love that one. So those are probably like my top 3 right there in no particular order. There are other ones that are really good story-wise, such as, City on the Edge of Forever and stuff, but that's the one everybody says. So I like things that are more ship-based, and seeing the ships in action, especially the remastered, it's phenomenal. Balance of Terror is up there too. So I probably have a solid 5 that are always on my top 5 list, but they alternate depending on what kind of mood I'm in. But yeah, there's ship-based ones are basically my favorite TOS episodes. So I hope that helps. Fox Piano also says, question, marshmallow or marshmallow? You know what Bill would say, what Shatner would say. Actually, I don't know what Shatner would say. But I always call them marshmallows now to my kids, and my kids hate me for it. They are marshmallows, I know this. I do call them marshmallows when I'm around regular people. When we go out for a campfire with friends. I might make the odd joke. Most of my friends are into Star Trek, so the joke works. But around my family, they're marshmallows, and the kids absolutely, it makes them want to rip their hair out. So thank you, Star Trek 5. So the next is from Carl Edwards. In Star Wars The Force Awakens, I felt that Harrison Ford didn't want to be there. I kind of got the same impression. That's one thing, it's tough. I really like Harrison Ford. He's an amazing actor. He plays amazing characters. He looks exactly like my dad, reminds me of my dad, acts like my dad. But he's such a dick. He just doesn't appreciate the roles that made him famous. He doesn't appreciate Han Solo. He kind of makes snide remarks about Han Solo and Indiana Jones occasionally. That's annoying to me. If you have a character that made you famous, made you your millions of dollars, and your fans love you for it, use that. Be nice about it. And I realize a lot of times he is nice about it, but there's the odd time you hear a snide little remark from him. You just want to go, really, guy? Really? But yeah, I get the feeling he didn't want to be there either. I think the only reason he did do it and decided to sign the contract was because it had to be in the contract that Han Solo was going to die, so that he wouldn't have to be in anymore. And it would just be finished. It would be behind him. That's my thinking. Textbook case. Oh, Captain, you missed a chance to yell Khan. Maybe next time. Yes, I know it's spelled differently, but who cares? Well, actually, you did spell it right. Khan is right. And then I replied back and said, when could I have yelled Khan? And he goes, Khan equals Khan, Comic Con. And I messaged back, oh yeah, so now I can say that we're going to the Denver Comic Con! There you go. Con wish fulfilled. I don't do it as good as Shatner, but, Who does? Psyslo? 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 Walmart, no 3D version, but they do have the exclusive BB-8 packaging that looks really nice for The Force Awakens. Yeah, I was thinking of getting the BB-8 one from Walmart, but they only had one left and it was all crumpled up and crinkled and I didn't like it that much. So went over to Best Buy. Best Buy had the Steelbook edition and I was an extra $10 and it had Kylo Ren on the front. I fucking hate Kylo Ren. He's not a good villain in my opinion. Had Phasma on the back, which is awesome. I like Phasma. She should have been on the front, then I would have got it. But nothing special in the Steelbook edition. So what I did was I just got the standard one, which has the really nice Star Wars The Force Awakens on the slipcover, and then the regular movie poster on the actual DVD or Blu-ray. Much better choice that way, and saves $10 for no reason, essentially. Bill McCrae. I would live it. I think he means love it. I would love it if you guys made it to the Cherry Hill Star Trek convention. I would love to meet you guys. Where's Cherry Hill convention? Probably in Cherry Hill, but where's Cherry Hill? Let us know, because you never know. We've been getting invites. Even we're going to be Skyping into do a question and answer panel at a convention in August as well. Nothing really firmed up for that, but they won't fly us in because they don't have the funds either, and that's just a lot of traveling this summer. So we're more than willing to Skype in and answer questions and host a panel, things like that. So let us know where Cherry Hill is. I know there's a Cherry Hill Mall here in London, Ontario. I would definitely go to a Star Trek convention at Cherry Hill Mall, should there be one, but I'm pretty sure there isn't. So the Galaxy Class MSD came up, and I got to tell you guys that the Galaxy Class episode is coming out. I believe it's this Saturday, actually. Assuming that Samuel gets the edit done. So yeah, stay tuned for that. It's our 50th Star Trek anniversary special edition episode on the Galaxy Class, and it's fun. It's going to be awesome. So here's an MSD. This is actually, it is the Enterprise over there, yeah. So cool, I guess. Stay tuned for that. Next question is from Corey Wallace. As Trekyards does America, if you guys could swing closer to the southern U.S., I would love to come meet y'all in person and would gladly contribute to make it so. As always, keep up the good work. Well, I don't know if we'll be doing that this trip around. Like I said, we have a pretty fixed schedule. LA, Denver, and then New York. But next year, perhaps we'll plan a different one, go further south. Who knows? I mean, I think that's something that's a possibility. Absolutely 100%. So thank you very much for that suggestion and for your support. So I just realized something with my screensavers and this TV. I got hooked up through an HDMI cable. But it keeps cutting the tops, bottoms, and sides off. And the TV has no horizontal correction controls that I can find. So sorry about that, guys. I'll have to fix that for next time. But you're missing like the top little bit of the LCARs and stuff. So don't yell at me. I tried to fix it. I did. Seriously. Corey Wallace. Oh, sorry. I just did that one. Sorry, Corey Wallace. Can't say it twice. Starfleet battles at it. YouTube has a downvote button because of con artists like Anita Sarkeesian, Creationists, Triton Artificial Grill, Solar Roadways, and Religion. Suggestion: this month's interesting Trek things doesn't have to even be a long video, just a list of links. Trek things. What do you mean? You just want me to put links? You just want links? You don't want a video? Oh, that makes me sad. Maybe I misunderstood that. I don't know. Analysis of Sci-Fi says, congratulations on your invite to that con. Good luck on your trip to LA, Denver, and New York in June. Well, thank you very much. And hopefully we get to meet as many of you as possible during this trip. Now it's time for probably one of the strangest questions I've ever been asked on a captain's log. It's from Muppet Man, which might give you a little hint as to what the question might be about. He says, hey, Captain, who is your favorite Muppet? Just interested is all. My favorite Muppet. Gonzo's hilarious. I don't know if he'd be my favorite, though. That's really got me discombobulated because I have no idea. I could go with the standard, it ain't easy being green Kermit, but that seems like a bit of a, cop out. Fozzie's cool. I don't know. Sam the Eagle? The two old grumpy guys? I don't know. Interesting question. I need to think about it. Maybe ask me again sometime. Mariah Sinclair. Imagine for a moment if at the end of the Well Song incident that the captain and crew of the former Starship Enterprise found themselves confronted not with a brand new, fresh off the production line Constitution refit, but the Excelsior, renamed and renumbered Enterprise NCC 1701A. I'd love to go to Denver, however, illness and my assignment at Jupiter Station prevents me. As always, another great log entry. Smiley face. Well, we wish we could go to Denver too, but the Jupiter Station work is important, so stick with that. And I hope you feel better soon. I don't like hearing that people are ill, but a lot of people that are sick have used Trekyards to help them get through, and that makes me happy. But going back to the Excelsior thing, that was originally the thinking. They wanted to do that. The fans wanted them to do that, a lot of fans, and I think they were so close to doing it. But for some reason, and I've heard why, I just can't think of it right offhand for you guys here. I'm sure somebody will fill me in the comments. They decided to go with the Constitution class instead. I personally like that better because I hate the Excelsior. I know I get a lot of flack for that. I think it's ugly. I mean, last episode of the Captain's Log, I showed you the Enterprise B that I had, which looks kind of nice. I don't mind them, so they're not ugly, awful, bad. Like I would never want, to command one. They're just not my favorite. I wouldn't want it to be the Enterprise. I think it would have ruined them. So, would have ruined the Enterprise thing, and it would have made me not very happy. Although, had it have happened, it probably would have grown on me, and I probably would have been fine with it. Who knows? Who knows? But no, not a fan of the Excelsior. Okay, so there's only a few more comments here. So first is Bill McCrae. I like both Trekkie and Trekker, but I consider myself as a space case since I do enjoy Star Trek, Spaceballs, Last Starfighter, Space Cowboys, etc., etc. Live long and prosper, and keep the awesome videos coming. Space case works. I was recruited to the Young Astronaut Club in 2nd grade and have since been a space case ever since. Thank you, Bill. Sorry I had to pause the video there, but I recently got a package from Mr. Bill McCrae from the Excalibur Shipyards. Don't you know? Excalibur Shipyards right there. To Captain Foley, Trekyards Command, 73 Augusta Crescent. I was going to do an unboxing of this on a separate video, but since he commented on here, and why not do it here? I've already opened it, took the packaging out, had to look at it when it came, sorry. But he knows that I'm a huge fan of the Larson Class due to our Starfleet Battles top 10, and as such, he sent me a Larson Class ship. This is the USS Larson, NCC 4300. It's a Mirror Universe one. It's got the nice crossed swords that I really like. It's an incredibly cool model. Ooh, that'd be cool too. Kind of ugly that way. Yeah, I like it this way. So the Larson Class from Bill McCrae Jr. Thank you very much, Bill. This is awesome. Don't know if I'll touch it up or anything. It's 1/1000 scale, so that's cool. Happens to be the same scale as this bad boy right here. So you can see what is going on. All my 1/1000 scale Enterprises TOS ones are in the other room. And usually behind me on most of my videos, Captain's Logs, etc. But here we go. This is the USS Larson from the Mirror Universe. Awesome ship. Thank you very much, Bill. It's going to be added to my collection. One of my favorite fastest ships forever. And now I have one. And I really appreciate it. That's awesome. Awesome work. Thank you very much. But moving right along. Yeah, so I'm just doing a DNA analysis on the Larson to make sure that it was Bill that sent it to me. I don't want it to be some kind of Romulan spy or something that's, going to try to kill me or assassinate me. Getting kind of popular here, this Captain Foley guy. Yeah, everything looks like it's checking out, Bill. Looks like indeed it is your DNA on it, so I think we're good. So thank you very much. The Kharkov. Holy crap! You guys might be coming to Ticonderoga. That's amazing, and only over a little over an hour away from me. A straight shot down the Northway I-87. I'd love to meet the two and talk. Holy wow! I had a tongue twister sandwich just like half an hour ago. Can you believe it? I'd love to meet the two of you and talk Trek. I hope it all works out and the journey is a success. Keep us all posted. I'd just like to say that the original Excelsior is one of my favorite designs. After I just said I hated it. Now, I know you did an episode on Enterprise B, but any plans for one on the more general Excelsior class? Thanks again for all you do for the fans. Of course, we're going to be doing an Excelsior episode. We're going to be doing a full Excelsior episode down the road. We've messaged the actual creator, the original creator of the Excelsior. I can't recall his name offhand, but we've messaged him. He hasn't got back to us. I don't think he uses Facebook very often. So John Eves suggested we talk to him. So we're going to get John Eves to kind of tell him to get in touch with us. And we'd love to talk to him about the Excelsior, designing it. And of course, we will do a full episode on it. We'll probably do a mission briefing on it too at some point soon, because we haven't done it at all. And it's like the Nova and the Akira and everything that everybody's been screaming for that we've actually got around to doing mission briefings for now. And the Akira's got a full episode, but we just released the Nova and it was quite popular. So we are hoping to do something with the Excelsior very soon. So stay tuned. And we have Captain Lokiwa. As always, thank you, Captain Lokiwa, for commenting. I am jealous of your Enterprise B Nexus collectible. Ha! As you should be. You should be jealous of all my collectibles. That's why I make this show. So you guys will be jealous. And Mon Capitan. I'm just a Trekyardian who has nothing else better to do for now. Trekyard store? If you can, could it be possible for placing orders on a custom or an original ship design? Because I have a ship created that I would love to see come into existence. Whispers, but it would be nice if a real modeler or a computer modeler would help me refine her. But for now, I'm just jobless. Possibility. We have CAD people, I have resin casters, I have a lot of good friends that do models, things like that. So any kind of design that you guys would like to put forth, you can get done as a Trekyards original if you donate to the show. What just happened? Okay, fear not. I have the mains coming back online, working on the engineering problem. We had a little bit of problem with power, as in my laptop ran out of it. It's plugged in now though. Desktop's coming back up. We'll be able to finish this whole Captain's Log thing in just a second, because Captain Lakia's comment and question was like the last one. All systems normal and functioning. We are back, guys. Anyway, what was I saying? Custom models, custom ships, Trekyards originals. More than happy to do that for you guys. You just need to donate, unfortunately, because it does take people's time. It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of extra effort on our part, as well as anybody that we have working for us creator-wise, as far as CAD goes, as far as 3D goes, as far as resin building goes. So that's something that's a possibility in the future. Might have custom ship orders, model designs for you guys available through the Trekyards store. But the Trekyards store is still something that's in the process of becoming a thing. So stay tuned for that. Question. This is from Lokiwa still. Could you imagine how the Fifth Element would have gone if Lilu was a guy instead? Well, I wouldn't want to see him in bandages, that's for sure. Too bad you and the Commandant, I don't know why you call him a Commandant, the Commander, Wouldn't have the time or dough money to do a road trip to explore the unknown and meet with some fans. I would love to just drive around the country doing a road trip, but unfortunately I have a family and a job and no funds. So it would be fun eventually, though. The Trekyards Transwarp Tour or something we could call it. And then 2 Sexton. Please try to post only 1 comment or a maximum of 2 or 3. If not, reply to your own comment. Sorry, Mon Capitan. I just had to get that off my chest. Yeah, Sexton had like 5 or 6 comments on the last Captain's Log, which I don't have a problem with. People comment as they watch it. I don't have a problem with that. I like breaking it up like that, so I don't have a problem with that. Don't worry about it. Anyways, that's it for this Captain's Log. New format, new style. Only 1 technical problem, though. 2, I gotta fix the resolution. Because now that, when I was restarting my computer, when it's plugged into the HDMI into here, the resolution on my computer screen's changed, which makes no sense at all whatsoever. So if you have any suggestions, let me know. Otherwise, I hope you guys like this new format, and please let me know in the comments if you did. Sorry, my son's home making a lot of noise. But thank you, Bill, again for the Larson Class. It will close us out. Very cool ship. I'll stand over here. Anyway, it's Captain Foley signing off until next time. Hope you guys enjoyed the log, and there will be more to come. And I will switch it up every once in a while and have, different things around me and behind me, because same old background gets boring after a while. All right, guys. Captain Foley signing off. Bye, everybody. Have a good day.